a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Glad to have you with us. L.E.N.T. Bauer Stadium in Huntsville, Texas, home of the SAMHOU Bearkats. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the UTEP Miners. Squaring off with another team from Conference USA, the SAMHOU Bearkats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Miners will put it away to start the game. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Sam Houston's offense will get first crack at it today. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense knew coming into tonight they had to be able to get pressure on the quarterback, and they are wasting no time. They get a sack on the first play of the game.
And the Bearcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Watson. Here's the pressure. With the catch, it's Reed. Turning it on. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And the Bearcats look to keep this drive humming. Off play action. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
The Bearcats with the 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. That's caught. It's Black. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking to throw, it's Watson. Makes the grab, it's Porter. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. Sweet spin. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bearkats.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So UTEP's offense will go to work for the first time. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Nah, you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Bolitnikoff award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Locklear. Makes the grab. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Leaves it with the back. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Here comes the heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter.
That's a first down for the offense.
That's the end of the period, and Sam Houston has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats.
UTEP, 0.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wilson. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Both teams scored on their first possessions, but now a chance to send a message that field goals aren't going to win this game. Touchdowns will.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The play action fake. Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
That's a great play by the defensive back, swatting away that football on that deep pass.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Back to throw, it's Watson. The short hands, it's Reed. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Bearcats line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Got rid of it just in time. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, Understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, hit him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They boot it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. There he goes. Open it up. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Looking to throw, it's Watson. He's got him. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Sam Houston. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Caught. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
For the offense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Odom. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
Got it in the middle, it's Davis. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Locklear. Fires to the middle. Got a man, it's Tate. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Miners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Just a short pass to the tight end. Run out of bounds, they'll spot him at the 24.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Miners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch, it's Davis. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Pickup of 5. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
The Miners are in the red zone. They'll keep it on the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Runs through the tackle. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And the Miners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UTEP.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Watson. Got his man. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. This will likely be the last play of the half. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And the Bearkats will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Looking downfield, it's Locklear. Finds his big tight end. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Finds his man. It's Davis. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
was complete on the
My old
screen.
coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
On the move. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On fourth down, looking to pass. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up. Got the first himself.
Offside defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Watson. Here's a heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, the one thing we know about this defense is they've got some exotic looks, and they're not afraid to bring pressure from the second level. That time they brought the free safety, and he was able to get home and sack the quarterback.
The Bearkats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
The Bearkats will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. They're setting up the screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Finds his tight end.
Complete to the tight end. No gain on the play. 3rd down coming.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He'll ride his man on the option. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The Miners will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. That's the end of the period, and Sam Houston has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Back to throw, it's Watson. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Got a man in the middle. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Bearkats! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. To the air, it's Roethlisberger. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Miners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Odom. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And this defense is perfectly fine with that. When you're up a couple possessions, you want everything in front of you. You want that clock to tick, make sound tackles, and don't give up big plays.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He'll keep it himself. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Little touch pass to the receiver. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Bearcats are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. They go right back to their man on second and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be fourth down.
It's now fourth and goal.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Scanning the field, it's Locklear. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Thomas. You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the first down play.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Miners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And the Miners will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Locklear. Here's a throw downfield late. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball's incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it.